Singapore 남자입니다. 안녕하세요 여러분들. It's Friday again. Wow, time flies. It felt like yesterday when I last did my live stream. Yeah. Wow. Friday. We get to Friday evenings like this. It's really a time of reflection. It's a time of to think back on the wins of the week, the losses of the week, the lesson learned of the week, the what touched you during the week. It's that kind of a time for me, Friday night. Oh, someone is here. And yeah, it's a Friday evening. You can see outside it's still kind of bright here in New York. And hi, whoever you are. Uh let's see. How do I welcome to the live stream. Okay, I'm gonna start since someone is here. I'm gonna do this again. 안녕하세요, 림페시 싱가포르 남자입니다. 안녕하세요, 여러분들. So yeah, so every Friday I like to, every Friday evening instead of going out to party or do nonsense things or useless things and waste my life, I like to be at home to just this is home. I like to be at home to just share my life over the past week with all of you, and to hear about your life during the over the past week. Yeah, and we have two viewers on today. Welcome to episode 205 of my weekly coffee chat. It's episode 205 on my YouTube channel and episode 3 on my LinkedIn. Yeah, I only started LinkedIn after I came to America 10 months ago. And wow, what a wow ride the past 10 months have been. Went from just someone who came to America with nothing, absolutely nothing, no connections, no friends, nothing, to having my own company, to having mentors in the top places, to launching my book, to impacting lives. Wow. It's been a crazy 10 months here in America, here in New York. New York City. Let's see who else is on. Oh, I started early today, no wonder. Oh well. So I got quite a few things to talk about today, about how my week has been. Every Friday I like to come here and just make this like a forum where I talk about the wins of the week, listen to your wins of your weeks, and just celebrate each other's wins. If you're here, oh, Dawn of Singapore, good morning, Dawn. Oh, good morning. Singapore is Saturday morning. Yeah, it's evening here, by the way. This is Friday evening here in New York. Welcome, Dawn. Let's show Dawn here. Welcome, Dawn. Is this the first time on my live stream? Mango Dude! Oh, how's the guitar journey? Wow, Mango Dude, such a long time. My life has changed so much since the guitar journey days 10 months ago. If you have been watching my YouTube channel, you know my life completely changes every few months. Yeah, from samurai to MMA fighter to guitar player to all kinds of stuff. And well, unfortunately, the guitar part of my life is behind me right now. Way behind. So much has happened since um, here 10 months in America so far. Uh, Now I have my own company. Over the past 10 months, I built from scratch, literally from scratch, a six-figure business here in America. From living my own life, doing my own small things, to impacting lives, to transforming lives and impacting nations. I have been through such a transformation over the past 10 months. Even I even have a book now. I wrote a book. It's about to be published. A second book right now. I'm writing my second book. And yeah, so much happened over the past 10 months here in America. And for those of you just joined, let's start over again. 안녕하세요. 림페시 싱가포르 남자입니다. 안녕하세요. This is episode 205 of my weekly coffee chat on YouTube and episode 3 on LinkedIn. Yeah, I only started using LinkedIn here in America. Oh, and Frank is here. Hi, my buddy Frank. Mr. JJ Dynamite. Your life may change every few months, but you help change lives every day. Wow. You know, I like Frank, one of my best buddies here in America. I'm always so thankful for everything you mean in my life, Frank. The way you keep pushing yourself to improve every single day, your daily readings that I follow, and or really just shows me what does it look like for someone to be growing every day. That's you, Frank, and I want to say I'm very inspired by you, really. And Frank, before you knew me, I wasn't changing lives every day. For a very long time before you knew me, Frank, back in March of this year, for a very long time, for more than 10 years before you met me, I lived my own smallish life. I lived only for myself. I didn't want to care about anything in the world. I was living my freedom life. I had time, I had money, I can do whatever I like, whenever I like, wherever, whichever country I like. I can be anywhere I like at any time I like. And I lived my own smallish life, pursuing my childhood dreams like becoming a samurai in Japan, becoming an MMA fighter, learning Kung Fu, learning Wing Chun. I live my small life. Then that made me realize that life really go through 3 stages. You guys ready? Don't miss this. Hope this is useful to you. Life goes through scarcity to abundance to significance. Now, if you stop at any one of these phase, now your life is got it's going to be much less of a life than you should be experiencing. If you get trapped in scarcity, well, honestly, there's no life at all. As I would explain in my second upcoming book, Bek Chek Money, how to become rich. And then some people move from scarcity to abundance, where they have time and money and they stop there. Now life becomes empty, like what I experienced. You have all the time in the world, you have all the money in the world. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Your friends are all working, your loved ones are working. Nobody have time for you. What are you gonna do? Life becomes empty if you stop at this level. And so, inevitably, for life to be complete and fulfilled, you have to move up to the final stage of life, which is significance. Now, with your time and money, what impact are you having in the world? How are you going out to change lives and changing the world? And this really inspired me to set up my whole 3 stage system. Like my life's work is cumulated in a system that I completed this past week. This past week has been such a significant week for me as well. Before I go into all that, talk about the wins for the week and hearing about your wins for the week, let's take a look at some more comments. Elma, wow! Elma from the West Coast. How do you? I hope you're well. Oh, very well. Thank you very much. It's been a while. And Frank, what caused the way you think? What caused the way I think about what? Or I think I explained it in the 3 stages of life thing that I realized that. I didn't read this from any books, by the way. If you guys if you have been following me on my YouTube channel for long enough time, one thing I always like to say is this, to know about life, You have to be out there living it. Life is not something you read about in a book. It's not going to happen. I didn't learn any of this from reading books. I learned this from life itself. I have to be through those stages to know that that's not the answer. And I look for the next answer. When I was in scarcity, I know that's not the answer. I had to find a way to go get into abundance. When I got into abundance, I had time, I had money, I could do all the amazing things around the world. Again, I found that wasn't the answer. Again, I found that life is more than that. And so now I keep moving in that direction, and that has been the direct cause of setting up JJ Dynamite LLC here in America and all the causes that I now run, and most importantly, the life transformation system that my students and I cooked up just this week, and my coach, my students and I, we cooked up this life transformation system, this life impact system over the past week. And wow, I would say this system is truly my ultimate purpose in life. Now, my ultimate purpose in life is to transform lives and transform the world through this system. Now, what is that? I'll share in a while, okay? So let's look at more messages. It's Don. Wow, Don from Singapore. I'm actually from Singapore and watched your videos when I first came to Korea. Oh, I hope you found my Korean videos to be useful. Thank you. I really appreciate it. How do you rediscover me? I haven't been streaming for such a long time, Don. Elma, I'm in Houston, Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast. Oh, yeah, I know. And Kim Teo from Singapore. Hi, Limpe. Hi, Kim Teo. Wow, everybody, happy Friday. And for all of my friends in Asia, happy weekend. This is Saturday morning, right? And Frank, 10 months ago, you weren't who you are today. Something changed. What caused the change in the way you think? Yeah, that, Frank, what I just described, where when I lived that long time in abundance and life became kind of more and more empty, and I realized that that's not it. God has given me a unique gift, not for me to bury in the ground. The story of the talents. It's not for me to bury in the ground. I buried it in the ground way too long. I lived for myself, and I was not fulfilled in life. I could do a lot of things, but apart from showing people all these things that I do on my YouTube channel, I had no impact, no significance in my life, and I realized that. And by grace of God, coming to America, getting reconnected with a church here, connected with the Maxwell team, the Go Giver team, my worldview just expanded from there, and I realized, wow, the next step is significance. I have to take that step. Otherwise, my life will come out to be nothing. My life is a zero. Nobody would care if I am a multi-billionaire. Nobody cares. Nobody would know. Nobody would even know. And honestly, I wouldn't even be driven enough. I wouldn't even find the motivation to get the million, even though I can anytime. Like again, this is something that I launched the past week. My millionaire club. What's my millionaire club? I just launched my millionaire club, the JJ Dynamite Millionaire Club, this week on Monday. It's a club where I take 100,000, okay, and then put it through my income investment strategy that produces about 4% per week return per week. Income, not predicting the market, not using some kind of hocus pocus software, none of that stuff. Good old school income investing. I compound 4% per week. I have a plan to keep depositing more every single month, and then at the end of 1 year, I'll be able to make that 100,000 into a million. I have always had the ability to get 1 million, 2 million, 5 million anytime I like. I never even found the motivation to do it because I never needed it. I live such a small life. I never needed 1 million in my life. And he said, oh, why don't you buy a house? Oh, I never even wanted a house because I wanted to move around the world. I wanted to be in this country, that country, whenever I like. I never even saw the need to buy a house. I never needed money. I never even had the motivation to make money, even though I could at will. You guys see, money is never a motivating factor. Just now, I asked my friend in Zambia. I had a very interesting conversation with this buddy in Zambia. I asked him, "What's missing in your life?" Immediately, he looked in. I saw him looked in, and he just laughed. He saw what I'm trying to say. He said when he looked in, all he could see is money is missing from his life, and he already know it is not true. So he laughed. He said, "What, man? See, the thing is this: people think you lack money when you when you're lost sight of your purpose in life. Money is a very sad victim. Man. That's why I wrote the book that I wrote. My first book coming up, yeah. Bek Chek Money, overcoming money frustrations. Money is a living thing, and he or she, however you like, whatever gender you like, is to me it's a he. Yeah? He's very sad. He always get victimized for your own lack. People who don't have a vision or a purpose in life will blame lack of money, will blame money for everything. When when what's really missing in their life is not money, it's purpose. Because once you have found your purpose, now God will give you everything you need. God wants to prosper you. God wants to give you everything you need to achieve your goals. But you know what's the problem? Most of you don't know what you need. Most of you don't even know where you're heading. You have no purpose. And to God, if you have no purpose, you have no business having money. You see what I'm getting at right now? Money is an echo of value. Just like thunder is the echo of lightning. You cannot just wish for money. Just wishing for money is like just wishing for thunder without lightning. It cannot happen. But if you wish for lightning, you will get thunder. And therefore, if you focus on adding value to yourself, to other people, and the world, like I described in my book, under the asset creation cycle, your most important asset is you. And what is an asset? An asset is anything or anyone that is capable of adding value to you, other people, and the world. And if you can do that, that value created in the world, the echo, the thunder from that is what? Money multiplied back to you. And that's the purpose of money. And that's how money, that's the only way money is ever going to come to you. And so therefore, you're not lacking money. You're lacking the purpose that is going to add value to you, other people in the world. That's what's missing. That's what's missing. So if I ask you right now, what's missing in your life? What would you say? What would you say? Tell me in the comments. Frank, money is not the problem. What missing is purpose and direction. Yeah. Yep. Saying money is a problem is like blaming your screwdriver for not for your inability to turn the screw. And therefore, trying to get more money, thinking that more money in your life is a solution to everything in your life, is like what? It's like you have a broken car. The car is completely broken down, and all you're trying to do is add fuel to it. It's not going anywhere until you fix the car. Just like it's the same. Until you fix your relationship, more money, you add more and more money, will bring you nowhere. That is why all the causes out there, all the investment causes, success causes out there, all feel like fake, right? Everybody say these causes are fake. They charge a lot of money and get nothing. You know why? Because ultimately, if you do not first change your relationship with money and your mindset around how this thing works, it's not gonna work. And this is the greatest single realization in my life. Because over the past 20 years, I've taught from time to time about investments and stuff. I used to think, okay, I did A plus B plus C. I teach people A plus B plus C and they get my result. But no, it never worked that way. It took me 20 years to realize that the mindset needs to be fixed first. Because why? Human beings are incapable of following instructions. Do you realize? Your brain is not wired to follow instructions. Your brain is wired to follow your understanding of the instructions. So if your understanding is wrong, then you'll never do the right thing. That you'll never be actually doing what the instruction says. And therefore, to get that thing right, to get the understanding right, first the mindset has to be right, the paradigm has to be right. You say, what kind of mindset? No, isn't everything just black is black, white is white? No, I have half a cup of water here. Are you seeing it half empty or half full? You can't see both. I'm sorry. This is the problem. This is what I'm talking about when I say I talk about mindset. I have half a cup of water here. Are you seeing it half full or half empty? It's not a black and white thing. It's not either this or that. It's not, I'm sorry, it's not a absolute. That is the problem in the world. That is the problem with everything in the world. Nothing is an absolute. Everything has two sides. And over the past 20 years, whenever I try to teach people exactly the way I do, nobody was able to replicate. Because why? Because nobody understood it the way I did. And until you change that perspective, that mindset, in order to help them to arrive at that same level of understanding, they will never be able to do simple A plus B plus C. Whenever I tell them, hey, show me what you did, when I look at what they did, it's always A plus 2B minus 3C plus 10. And they'll tell me, oh, isn't it the same? I thought I understood it as the same. Wow. That's the problem. You know, back when I was in the Navy, we have like 20 over rules. 20 over rules, 20 over unbreakable rules. Like you break any of these 21 rules, like goodbye to your weekends. Like you'll never be seeing your home again. But you know, interestingly, only 20 rules are real rules. And the 21st rule says this: do whatever you like, but don't get caught. See, ultimately, people, after a list of 20 rules, the only understanding we get is do whatever you like, but just don't get caught. I don't remember any of the 20 rules. I only remembered, oh, I'll just do whatever I like, just don't get caught. This is what I'm saying. Mankind, our brain, is not wired to follow A, B, C, D the way it is. If our brain is wired in a way where you say A plus B plus C, just do this and you win, and everyone can do it, you know what? Then why does all the kids in school being taught the same formulas all have different results when it comes to the test? The understanding is different. It took me 20 years to understand this. Now, hallelujah. Thanks to the grace of God, I came to the understanding. I was able to, based on this understanding, at last create the system that I always wanted to create all my life. A system that anyone could do to follow, to get transformation that actually change their lives. I now see this as my life mission. This system. What's the system? It's a very simple system. Now, I launched this thing this week. Yeah. So life goes through, like I just mentioned just now, life goes through 3 stages: scarcity to abundance to significance. I have 3 stage. There are 3 stages that in my system, 3 components in my system that will take you all through all 3. The in the bot in the we begin with the dynamic evolution income trading system, where I change your mindset around money, I fix your relationship with money, I change your mindset around investment, and I give you the definite, most powerful income generating strategy in the world to generate upwards of 3 to 4% per week in residual income from any amount of money. From there, now you move from scarcity into abundance, because right now, suddenly you're no longer worried about running out of money. Now we move on to the second stage, my millionaire club, which I just launched this week. Yeah, if you go to my LinkedIn, you can see the announcement of my millionaire club. It's where we all members come in with 100,000. Nobody gives my money to me. It's our own account. We do our own investing. Okay, but together we'll take 100,000 and then we'll turn it into 1,000,000. Everybody will come in with 100,000 in their own account. Nobody gives their money to me. And together, through an innovative plan that I came up, compounded to 1,000,000 in a year. Now that's stage 2 of my system. Now, by the end of this 1 year, you have time, you have money, you have the most powerful income generating system in the world to generate upwards of 10-15% per month on that 1,000,000. Now you have time, you have money, you are in abundance. Now what are you going to do with your life? You're going to end up like me, living a very empty life around the world. That's why I started stage 3. Stage 3 is what I call the global impact team. It's a team of multi-millionaires that have been through my system and created into that they've been through the system, and they have time, they have money. We'll meet 3 to 4 times a year in exotic places in the world to discuss and come up with projects that we can jointly do with both money and energy. We want to be personally involved. Transformative projects for the world. Maybe help out a village, maybe build a school, maybe something that will transform lives together. This global impact team will help you who is living in abundance right now, start to live a life of significance and start to leave behind a lasting legacy in the world, rather than do what I did, 11 years of fooling around the world, achieving nothing, transforming nobody's life, and even worse, in the process, being just a nobody. So yeah, I'm so thankful to God that over the past week, with help of my coach, of course, with help of my coach and encouragement from my students, this system is now in place. This is my life work. That I can put anyone through this system and their life completely transformed from a nobody into someone who's impacting the world. I'm so excited. Like right now, I'm publicly posting the results of the progression of my millionaire club. Every month I'll be posting, so stay tuned on my LinkedIn as well. I just post the first post where I prepared the $100,000 account. So it's just a news flash. It's already 110,000 in just 1 week. Did I draw charts on the graph? Yeah, I need to have software. Do I need to predict? Nah, not that nonsense. I don't even care. Income investment versus trading, aka gambling. We don't gamble. Elma, I agree. I'm missing both money, purpose, and guts. Yeah. Alma, the thing is this, you're never missing money. The thing is missing purpose. Because when you have your purpose, when you're on fire about purpose, if you're on fire like me, I was on fire about my book, right? Remember? Yeah, I just launched a book. For those of you who don't know, Bek Chek Money, Overcoming Money Frustrations. My first book is now undergoing editorial. Should take another 3 weeks or so, and then it will be published. So stay tuned for that. You can get a free preview chapter by going to jjdynamite.com and clicking on books. Now, I wrote that in 10 days. When you're on fire and you're on purpose, things just happen. 10 days I wrote that book. And you know what? I'm already working on the second book. While the first book is in the editorial, right now I already finished the introduction and chapter 1 of the second book, Bek Chek Money, how to become rich. You don't get rich, you become rich. What's the difference? Today, I may also share with you guys the chapters of my next book. See if you can get any insights from it, and hope it can be helpful to you. Um, Elma, I think that you help a lot of people. Wow, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. You know, like over the past 7 years that I've been on this YouTube channel, I know I entertained a lot of people. I probably inspire a couple of people, but I never changed nobody's life. I didn't even change my life. I was pretty much living the same life around the world, doing martial arts, learning language, living a mediocre life. That's a mediocre life. You can say I grown up. Oh, Mr. Limpe grown up. Maybe I grown up. Or maybe I grown out of it. Maybe I grown out of just having unlimited time and money and no purpose. I grown out of it. Have you grown out of it? So tell me, everyone. Okay. I promise, right? Okay, right. The chapters of my next book. My next book will be called Bek Chek Money: How to Become Rich. Now, the first book deals with your relationship with money. The second book deals with your idea around what rich is in the first place and how to get there. So, let me share with you the chapters of this next book, and I hope it's helpful to some of you. Yeah, I've got the chapters here. This is chapters my next book. Okay, you ready? It's 5 sections. So section 1 is called the Bek Chek Quest for Reach. For those of you who are not Singaporeans, Bek Chek means frustration, pent up anger, all kinds of. You take every negative emotion known to mankind, you mix it up in a salad bowl. That's Bek Chek. So that's what Bek Chek money is for. It means, yeah. So in fact, right now, even Frank is using the term Bek Chek. My American friend Frank, fabulous Frank, I call him. So section 1, the Bek Chek quest for reach. The quest for reach is quite Bek Chek, right? Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is the same name, the Bek Chek quest for reach. How many of us are on this Bek Chek quest on trying to get rich? The chapter 2 talks about getting rich versus becoming rich. There's a huge difference. Most people want to get rich. Few people want to become rich. And then chapter 3 deals with looking rich versus being rich. Again, most people just want to look rich. Very few people want to be rich. When you just want to look rich, you will never be rich. Now, chapter 4, I explore what's the difference between asset rich versus cash rich. What's the difference? Then we move on to section 2, where I propose 3 levels of rich. Yeah, rich is not one thing you become or one thing you reach. To me, there's 3 levels that you go through. 3 levels. They're all, you can call each of them rich. There are 3 different levels. So section 3 talks about the level 1 of rich, which is money. The most base level. When you ask people who wants to be rich, everybody talks about a certain amount of money. Yeah. So chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chapter 6. That is chapter 6. Talk about the title of chapter 6 is this: Rich in the eyes of others. Level 1 of rich is rich in the eyes of other people. You yourself may not actually feel rich, or you may not even affirm yourself rich. That is the level 1 of rich, where you're only rich in the eyes of other people. The next chapter talks about, so how much money is rich? Is there really such a thing? The next chapter talks about, Why money doesn't make you rich? Money doesn't make you rich. And the next chapter talks about money doesn't even make you feel more secure. And so the final chapter of section 3 is, so then what good is money? That's level 1 of rich, where people try to get rich through just having money. And therefore, just you'll always be rich only in the eyes of other people. Now, section 4, we deal with level 2 of rich, which is freedom. The first chapter in section 4 is, at this level of rich, you're rich in the eyes of yourself. Remember, in the first level of rich, where it's all about money, you're only rich in the eyes of other people. You don't actually feel very rich. Once you reach the level 2 of rich, which is freedom, time and money, freedom, now you become rich in your own eyes. You feel rich now at last. You regard yourself as rich at last. But the problem is, only you think so. The world don't think so. Nobody recognizes you. So the next chapter deals with this. What is the one and only thing that money buys? And then the next chapter deals with money without freedom is not rich at all. Which leads on to the next chapter, where I introduce what I call the rich formula. What's the rich formula? You want to know? Anyone wants to know? I can review it right here, right now. Anyone wants to know? Raise your hands. What is the rich formula? Anyone wants to know? There's a 20-second delay here, so I've got to wait 20 seconds to get some response. Lin Chao, tell us. Oh, wow, Lin Chao is here. Wow, welcome, Lin Chao. Welcome. Okay, what's the rich formula? It's actually very simple. Rich equals to money times time. Rich equals to money multiplied by time. So if your time is 0, no matter how much money you have, multiplied by 0 is 0. You're 0 rich. And therefore, at this level of rich, it's all about freedom. It's not just about money anymore. Of course, you need money to be free. Some of you here will start to go down the other road, no? Oh, so I don't need money, I only need freedom. I'm sorry, without money, you have no freedom. Unfortunately. Because money is what allows you to do whatever you like, wherever you like, whenever you like, with whoever you like, without fear of tomorrow. Yeah. JM, how old are you now? Oh, 47 now. 47. Okay. So I'm going through the chapters of my next book. Yeah. So this is my the second book that I'm writing right now. So after this chapter, after the rich formula, so we explore in the next chapter. Then what good is freedom? I lived 11 years around the world free, doing whatever I like, whenever I like. But what good is that? I share my experience in this chapter. Okay. And that leads to the final section, the third level of rich. Are you ready? This is the big one. This is the ultimate level of rich. Level 3 of rich is life itself. Life. At this level of rich, in chapter 14, rich becomes your rich in the eyes of the world. Remember, when you're in level 1 rich, you are only rich in the eyes of other people. In level 2 rich, you're at last rich in your own eyes at last, but nobody else in the world think the same way. Level 3 rich is when you're rich, you're recognized as such to the rest of the world. People like Bill Gates, people like Elon Musk, people like Jack Ma, where the world recognize you as rich. And you think, oh, then you need a lot of money to do that. No. Do you think these people got that recognition simply because they have cash? Oh, by the way, they don't have cash in the bank. Yeah, you can never be rich with cash in the bank. Why? Read my first book, Bek Chek Money, Overcoming Money Frustration. Money only become very big check when you have too much of it in your bank. So now, at this level of rich, we explore in the next chapter the only thing being rich is really for. What is the purpose of reach? In the next chapter, I explain that the purpose of reach is this. You ready? Is the right to experience more life. The purpose of reach is the right to experience more life. And therefore, in the following chapter, I explain the difference between living in scarcity versus living in abundance. And therefore, in the next chapter, more money versus more life. What's the difference? And in the concluding chapter, rich. Rich is simply full of life. And poor is having no life. This is the third level of rich. Are you full of life? Are you exploding with life? If you are, that's rich. And it takes me one entire book to come to this conclusion. You have to go through the steps. You have to go through these three levels of rich. And in the conclusion, I give you a plan to move through these three stages. Like I always said in my YouTube channel, you cannot read about something and think you know. You have to do it. You have to experience it. And so therefore you will never be able to understand why rich is simply full of life and that poor means having no life. You will not understand until you have been through the first level of rich, having the money, second level of rich, having the freedom, and then coming to the third level of rich, coming to an understanding of life itself. This is the contents of my second book, Bek Chek Money, How to Become Rich. So take some questions before I end for the day. Anyone? Or end for the week, yeah? If you would like to tell me about your week, if you would like to share with me your wins for the week, please feel welcome. I would love to. I want to hear about your wins. I want to hear about your realizations of the week. Kim Teo, launch your book quickly. Oh, the first book is coming. The first book should be launched early August. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to my website. Stay tuned on my social medias. I give a lot of updates on that book. To me, that is the most important book in the world today. So people think they have a money problem when they really have a problem here. When the problem is the relationship with money, they have a broken down car which they think adding more fuel will make it work. You won't. You have to fix the car. That's the purpose of that first book. I really hope all of you get the book, even get multiple copies, and really just send them to your friends and relatives. And you don't know, one or few of them, their life may just change because of their book. Only after you fix your relationship with money, now learning how to make more money becomes meaningful. It becomes constructive rather than destructive. Most people are on this destructive search for more and more money, ultimately leading to no sense of fulfillment, no happiness, and ultimately destruction. How I know? I have been there. I did that thing. I did that wild goose chase. I did that destructive search for money. Yeah. I didn't write my books based on reading other people's books. Everything I write about was what I went through over the past 20 over years of dealing with money. Anyone wants to share with me your wins of the week, your any great things you did this week, and you want JJ Dynamite aka Limpe to give you a cheer? Feel welcome to post in the comments, and take a few minutes to. Oh, Joshua, Joshua, the Smile Clan King, my buddy in Zambia, is here. Wow. I really love it. You're going places, my friend. You're going places. You're young. You're just getting started. Okay. I cannot wait to see what you become in just a few years' time. You will surprise yourself what you become. I promise you that. Anyone else? Anyone else want to share anything with me? If not, then I'm gonna end. Anyone? Manly, wow, Manly Chavez. Oh, welcome. Win of the week connected with Mr. Dynamite and believe positive things are coming. Ooh, Manly, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Wow. Thank you so much for being here live with me. Wow, and wow, win of the week connected with me. Oh my goodness, I feel so honored. But how about yourself? What great things happened in your life this week? Feel welcome to share with me. And Joshua, I thought JJ the Dynamite, and that changed my life. Wow. I, there's no greater honor and there's no greater significance that a person can have than the ability and the honor and the blessing to change someone else's life. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for being that blessing in my life. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Lin Chao. My husband and I are teachers. Oh, wow. Nice, nice, nice. So our win is summertime off to spend with our girls. Holiday. It could be so right. Du- 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 du. Oh, our win is summertime off to spend with our girls. Wow. What's your favorite thing to do with your girls, Ninja? Elma. I went to a positive thinking workshop. Oh, wow. What's your takeaway from the workshop? What was most useful for you coming off the workshop, Elma? That's my company mug. JJ Dynamite, explode your success. Thanks to Bob Burke, the co-author of The Go Giver, for sending me this mug. Yes, this was from Bob Burke himself. Wow, such a huge honor. Such a huge honor. I came to America as a complete nobody, have no friends, no connections, nothing. And now I have friends like Bob Burke sending me marks, and truly God is good. Truly, when you find your purpose, God sends everything you need. The people, the resources, everything. That's the kind of God. Elma. Then I need to change my perception of things. Oh, how so? What kind of perception change do you think you need? Oh, strong flower. Happy Juneteenth weekend. Wow. I actually forgot that this is Juneteenth long weekend. Wow. So market's not going to open on Monday. Oh, so boring. Yes, this is 8:45 here in New York. You see, it's all dark outside right now. Manly had a meaningful conversation with Neil Donald Walsh yesterday. Wow, wow, that's huge. What's the takeaway, Manly? And any specific takeaway you would like to share with all of us? Wow, it's amazing. And Bob Burke appeared on Manly's wife's YouTube channel as well in an interview. Elma, I tend to be a bit pessimistic. And so your whole takeaway is you have to be more optimistic. Or is there a certain tool or a certain technique you can share with us? Manly, book is coming. Oh wow! Your book or on or news new book? I forgot Monday is Juneteenth. Ah, so boring. For those of you not here in America right now, America there's actually two, like Fourth of July, right? There's another form of a Fourth of July for like native people, and that's the Juneteenth holiday, and that's next Monday. It's a long weekend as well. Manly, yes, he challenged me and will support. Oh, I cannot wait. Do you have an idea for your book already, Manly? It's amazing. Yeah. I can't wait. What would it be about if you can share? Be welcome to share. Elma. Yes, learn to see the glass half full instead of half empty. Yeah. And the thing about human beings is this, no? We cannot hold two perspective or perceptions of a single thing at once. You either see it half full or half empty. The scary thing about seeing the cup half empty is this: you always have plenty of evidence that it's half empty. The scary thing about seeing the glass half empty is that you can always find plenty of physical evidence why it's empty, and so therefore nobody can talk you out of it. It's that scary. Because half full of half empty, honestly, it's just a cup of water. It's not half full, it's not half empty. It's a cup with water. Drink it. Drink it. Manly. Yes. Manly. It's a secret. See what I did there, because he's featured in the movie The Secret. It's a secret. So your book is about the secret about manifestation of dreams and goals. In fact, oh, I just dropped something. Okay. Well, in fact, Manly, if you would like to come on and talk about your book, I have another 10 minutes. I could see if I think I can invite you up here, and you could tell us about your book if you would like to. Let me know. I've never done it before, though. I never had guests on this coffee chats. Mainly along those lines, yeah. There's a invite guest button here. Wow. So wow, if you have a camera, I could send you a link, and then you could be up here with me. Ooh, would you like to do that, Manly? Would you like to come on to talk about your book, Manly? I may have a chapter dedicated to you. What? What? Wow, I need to screenshot this. Wow, my hair is. See, I never had time to take care of my hair. I don't even bother cut my hair. Oh my goodness. You have a chapter dedicated to me. Wow. Manly, wow. I don't know what to say, man. Wow. I really don't know what to say. It's such a huge honor. I hope it, I'm like good or bad things, yeah, good or bad things, whatever. As long as having me in your book helps to deliver your point, really, in whatever way and however way. To me, this is a huge honor. Thank you so much, Manly. Thank you. I'm gonna have to screenshot this and post and talk about this, man, Manly. I'm gonna screenshot this and talk about it. I'll post about this, Manly. I just literally started. Oh, you'll be surprised. You could finish it in 10 days if it's really a outpouring, and doesn't take that long to write a book. Elma, That would be really cool. Jason's first guest. Manly. I'll have you come on my wife's show because I like you so much. The wellness driven live show. Wow. I have to ask her nicely. It's such an honor. You'll be my absolute pleasure and honor to be on the wellness driven live. Yeah. The wellness driven live show. And indeed, it isn't life about being wellness driven. Even money is about wellness driven. Mhm. Wellness here, here, here. It's all wellness. Mhm. And wow, all of a sudden I have so many people on on my stream today. Past few Friday nights have been like, it's just lonely me. I'm so lonely, so lonely. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. Lim Pesi, Singapore, Namjaimida. This is a stream where every Friday night I grab something to drink after one whole week. It's nighttime here in New York City. Just talking about what happened through the week, what the good thing, bad thing, the good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, it's about life. Everything is about life. The purpose of everything is about life. Money is life. Everything is life. Lose sight of life, and everything loses its meaning. So thankful for Manly, Elma, Frank, Kim Teo, Strong Flower, Lin Chao, Joshua, all of you on my. I'm Don, and Mango Dude even today joining me here. Uh, I have okay. I have another 8 minutes. I want to hear one more story. Mandy, I just subscribed to her channel. Oh, there you go. I want to hear one more story. I want to hear one more story about your win, someone's win this week. Share with me one of your wins this week before I finish for this week. Come on. I want to hear one more win. Give me one more win. Let's wrap up. Let's see who will wrap up this week's coffee chat with their win. Manly. Thank you all. This is my kind of community. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy yourself here, Manly. I'm so glad. We were so glad to have you. You add so much value to us as well. Your wife channel is amazing. I watched some of the wellness driven live show interviews as well. The one with Bob Berg. Ooh. Mm. Anyone want to share a final win before we end for the week? I'm gonna wait for like 10 seconds. If I don't see something pop up, then we'll end, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and goodbye. Really thankful, really appreciative, really grateful for all of you here with me this Friday night. I wish you had an awesome week and a blazing weekend to come. Boom! Frank, win for the week is we made it through another week. Oh, I was just about to end on a high note, but like when I see, oh, Elma, everybody, please make sure you like this video. Oh, thank you so much. But man, Frank, when I see something like this, I cannot just walk away from this. Like, yeah, just making it through another week isn't a win. Yeah, we should never live life in a way that we're just trying to live through a week. That is really the complete polar opposite of what it means to be living a life of abundance, of joy, fulfillment. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not. This is not about Frank. Yeah, this is about, see, everyone understand this. Okay, I know you have friends who will say this as well. See, oh, we made it through another week. Yeah, life should not be like that. Life should not be like that. Every day is a fun adventure. There's a book called Wild at Hearts. Talk about what man really wants. Of course, applies kind of applies to ladies, but it's kind of more like a man thing. Say man wants three things in life. One, a battle to fight, a lady to save, and an epic adventure to live. Are you guys, all the guys here, are you living the epic life? See you next week. Annyeong.